So the bravest men in Africa at the moment, and nobody was killed. There are no demonstrations against the military government. So what is the problem of the West? Is it that before a person becomes president in West Africa, you have to get the blessings of Europeans before you can be a president? Democracy doesn't matter if the West has not blessed you.
There is actually a large amount of support for this new junta government.
Nous, s'ils attaquent, nous serons prêts.
Today, we will be ready to defend our homeland if they attack us. Have they thought about relations between Ecowas and Niger if they attack Niger? If they attack Niger, I'm sure that all the embassies of Ecowas member countries here will be destroyed.
So, in any case, we don't want another subject of intervention to arise. The damage will be terrible.
Even if ECOWAS, the US and France, even if the whole world mobilizes against Niger, we will remain vigilant. We will never let people from outside come and tell us what to do.
15 members of it, including Niger, which along with Mali, Burkina Faso and Guinea have all been suspended from the bloc because they all went through coups in recent history. They've also backed Niger's new authorities. Now, ECOWAS has since slapped all sorts of sanctions on the country, and all of this amid threats of either a military intervention or maybe perhaps better said, a military incursion.
Never again are we going to allow the disruption of the region's move towards democratic consolidation in our region. ECOWAS is not going to tell the coup plotters where we are going to strike.
So where was he, the ECOWAS Commission for Human Affairs, this very man speaking, when NATO decided to destroy Libya? Where was he? He can strike on another African country, a defenseless country that has been fighting insurgents funded by France for how many years? He will strike them. He can't strike out Boko Haram, but he can strike another African country who is trying to gain independence from colonial rule. This is how pathetic the tragedy of Africa is. You have people, Nigerians, you have Ghanaians, you have people from ECOWAS crossing the Mediterranean daily, and you will strike another. So an in-depth review on the West African puppets. We'll start first with Foy Gnassingbé Yadema, the president of Togo. So he schooled in France. He's been president for 18 years. Never have I heard any media house refer to him as a dictator or a tyrant since he inherited the seat of presidency from his father, Gnassingbé Yadema the Great. And in your shot is Foy, French schooled, 18 years in office. He's not a dictator. He's in Togo. Togo is sinking. Now, next, the president of Ghana. Ghana has seen the worst economic crisis since the country was formed. Here in your shot is the president, Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, schooled in Britain, former prime minister's son. And in 2020, he had an election petition, and then he was also made chairman of ECOWAS. In the great Tinubu of Nigeria, in your short now, schooled in the United States of America. He also has an electing petition ongoing. He has been made chairman of ECOWAS. So I don't know who makes them chair of ECOWAS, but then I know it has something to do with the fact that if you're corrupt and you manage to rig the election and you're voted president, you're made chairman of ECOWAS so you can retain your seat. It's just a hunch. I can't tell. But how is it that every time a person has a petition or an elected petition ongoing, he's made chairman of ECOWAS? Is it that there are no many states in ECOWAS or what? Can somebody help me? And secondly, why are they pushing for military intervention and any form of intervention in Niger when no African country has done anything for Niger? Nigeria recently cut their lights to Niger in support of Niger's colonial masters. And look at NATO. NATO would always go to one another NATO country is in need. NATO collectively destroyed Libya. NATO collectively destroyed Afghanistan, Iran. NATO does a lot of evil, but they're always together. Now let's check ECOWAS. They won't mind destroying each other. Let's just say amen while French keeps on taking a French, America and NATO keep on taking a